The story of Noah's Ark is one of the most well-known narratives from the Bible, found in the book of Genesis, chapters 6 to 9. It is both a historical and spiritual account that has influenced religions, cultures, and literature for thousands of years. Background of the world before the flood. According to the Bible, as humanity multiplied on earth, people became increasingly wicked. Violence, corruption, and moral decay filled the world. God saw that human hearts were continually inclined toward evil, and he was deeply grieved by the state of his creation. However, among all people, one man stood out: Noah. He was described as righteous, blameless in his generation, and someone who walked faithfully with God. God's command to build the ark. God decided to bring judgment upon the earth through a great flood, but chose to save Noah and his family. He gave Noah very specific instructions to build an ark, a massive wooden vessel designed to survive the coming disaster. The ark was to be constructed from gopher wood and coated with pitch to make it waterproof. Its approximate dimensions were: length, 300 cubits, approximately 135 meters; width, 50 cubits, approximately 22.5 meters; height, 30 cubits, approximately 13.5 meters. It had 3 decks and a single door on the side. Gathering of animals. God commanded Noah to bring animals into the ark, 2 of every kind, male and female. 7 pairs of clean animals used for sacrifice later. This ensured that life would continue after the flood. Noah obeyed everything God commanded, despite the enormous effort and likely skepticism from others. The Great Flood. When Noah was 600 years old, the flood began. Rain fell for 40 days and 40 nights, and water also burst forth from underground sources. The flood waters covered the entire earth, even the highest mountains. All living creatures outside the ark perished. Only Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, their wives, and the animals on the ark survived. The waters prevailed on the earth for 150 days before they began to recede. The search for dry land. After many months, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Mount Ararat. Noah sent out birds to check if the land had dried: a raven, which did not return; a dove, which returned with nothing; a second dove, which returned with an olive leaf, a sign of life; a third dove, which did not return, indicating dry land. God's covenant with Noah. Once the earth was dry, God commanded Noah and his family to leave the ark. Noah built an altar and offered sacrifices in gratitude. God then made a covenant, promise, with Noah. Never again would a flood destroy all life on earth. The sign of this covenant would be the rainbow. This moment marks one of the earliest covenants between God and humanity in the Bible. Life after the flood. Noah and his family began repopulating the earth. His sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, became the ancestors of different nations. The story ends with Noah living to the age of 950 years. Historical and cultural significance. The story of Noah's Ark is not only found in the Bible, but has parallels in other ancient cultures, such as the Mesopotamian flood story in the Epic of Gilgamesh, suggesting that the idea of a great flood was widespread in the ancient world. Themes and lessons. The story teaches several important themes: obedience and faith. Noah trusted God fully. Judgment and justice. God judged corruption. Mercy and salvation. God provided a way to be saved. Renewal and hope, a new beginning after destruction. Conclusion. The story of Noah's Ark is more than just a tale of survival. It is a profound narrative about human behavior, divine justice, and hope for renewal. Whether understood as literal history, symbolic teaching, or both, it continues to inspire and provoke thought across generation,